Whoa, stop right there. Don't bag up another leaf, and don't even think about tossing those kitchen scraps. What if I told you that all this so-called waste isn't waste at all? That this pile of leaves and that bowl of leftovers are actually the secret ingredients for the most incredible garden you've ever had. This right here is black gold, and it's the single best thing you can do for your soil. Today, I'm going to show you how to make it, step by step and for free, using the very things you are about to throw away. Stick with me, and I promise, by next spring, your garden will be thanking you. Every autumn, the same scene plays out. The leaves fall, painting the world in beautiful colors, and what do? We rake them, blow them, and stuff them into bags to be hauled away like common trash. It's a chore we've been taught is just part of having a tidy yard. Then we head inside and do it all over again. The carrot peels, the apple cores, the coffee grounds, it all gets scraped into the bin, destined for a landfill. We are literally paying for someone to take away one of the most valuable resources nature gives us. And here's the kicker. When all that organic goodness gets packed into a landfill, it releases methane, a nasty greenhouse gas. We're treating a gift like garbage. The worst part? Come springtime, we'll drive to the big box store and spend our hard-earned money on bags of compost to do the exact job those leaves and scraps were born to do. It's a crazy cycle of waste, and today we're going to break it. So, what's the fix? Composting. I know for some that word might conjure up images of complicated science projects or smelly pest-infested piles. Forget all of that. Composting is just nature's own recycling program, but on fast forward. It's simply letting organic stuff decompose in a controlled way, turning it into a nutrient-rich soil booster that gardeners lovingly call black gold. And the name fits. This stuff is packed with the big three: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium that plants crave. But it does more than just feed them. Finished compost totally revamps your soil structure, letting roots grow deep and strong. It helps sandy soil hold water and breaks up heavy clay so it can drain better. You're basically creating the perfect, life-giving foundation for your entire garden. And you're in luck, because fall is one of the absolute best times to start. Nature literally drops a massive pile of the main ingredient right at your feet. To make amazing compost, you just need to think in two simple categories: browns and greens. Getting the balance right is the biggest secret to success. First up, browns. These are your carbon-rich materials. Think of them as the slow-burning logs for your compost fire. The number one brown in the fall is, you guessed it, dry leaves. But you can also use small twigs, straw, sawdust from untreated wood, and even shredded cardboard and newspaper. Browns provide the structure and allow air to flow. Next, we have the greens. These are your nitrogen-rich materials. Think of these as the match that lights the fire. They provide the protein and moisture that get the microbes working and heating things up. Your kitchen is a goldmine for greens. Veggie peels, fruit scraps, coffee grounds, and tea bags are all perfect. Out in the yard, fresh grass clippings are a fantastic green. The magic recipe is a simple ratio. You want about 2 to 3 parts browns for every 1 part greens. Don't obsess over measuring this perfectly. If you make one mistake, it's usually adding too many greens, which can get you a slimy, stinky mess. When in doubt, always add more browns. Fall makes this easy since you'll have more leaves than you know what to do with. What you leave out is just as important as what you put in. A few wrong moves can attract pests or create unholy smells. So memorize this short list. The big no-nos are meat, fish, bones, dairy, and anything oily or greasy. These are a 5-star invitation for raccoons and rats, and they will make your pile reek. Also, skip the pet waste from dogs or cats. It can contain pathogens you definitely don't want in the soil where you grow your food. And be sure to leave out any diseased plants or pesky weeds that have gone to seed. A backyard pile might not get hot enough to kill those problems, and you'll just be replanting them next year. Stick to plant-based scraps and yard trimmings and you'll be set. All right, time to get our hands dirty and build this thing. Step 1. Choose your spot. Find a place that's easy to get to but generally out of the way. Sun or shade is fine, but good drainage is a plus. Step 2, bin or no bin. You don't need a fancy store-bought bin. A simple freestanding pile works just fine. If you want it to look tidier, you can build a simple enclosure with wire fencing, old pallets, or cinder blocks. The most important part is the size. To really get cooking, your pile needs to be at least 3 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and 3 feet tall. Step 3, the foundation. Start with a fluffy layer of coarse browns like small twigs. This creates an airway at the bottom, which is crucial for the microbes doing all the hard work. Step 4, the compost lasagna. Now let's build. Start with a thick layer of browns, about 4 to 6 inches of your fall leaves. On top of that, add a thinner 2 to 3 inch layer of greens. To give it a real head start, sprinkle a shovelful of garden soil or finished compost on the green layer. This is your starter, packed with all the microbes needed to kick things off. Step 5, just add water. This is the final ingredient, folks. Your pile should always be as moist as a wrung-out sponge, but never soggy. As you build, go ahead and give each layer a light spray with the hose. If you can squeeze a handful and only a drop or two of water comes out, you're perfect. Just keep repeating those layers: browns, greens, a sprinkle of soil, a little water, until you hit that 3-foot sweet spot. Okay, we've just built our garden's powerhouse. If you're feeling ready to turn your own yard waste into black gold, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I'm all about sharing simple, real-world ways to make your garden thrive, and I'd love for you to join the community. Now that it's built, your job is mostly to let nature take over. But a little TLC will speed things up dramatically. Your main task now is to introduce air. Once a week or so, grab a pitchfork and turn the pile. You're just trying to move the cooler stuff from the outside into the hot center to give everything a fresh dose of oxygen. If you don't turn it, the pile can get compacted and smelly. Keep an eye on the moisture too. If it hasn't rained in a while, give it a sprinkle with the hose. If you're getting slammed with rain, you can toss a tarp over it to keep it from getting waterlogged. Here's my best fall tip. Don't use all your leaves at once. Rake them into a separate pile or stuff them in a few bags. Then, throughout the fall and winter, every time you add a bucket of kitchen scraps, your greens, you can cover it with a few shovelfuls of your leaf stash, your browns. This keeps your ratios balanced and hides the food scraps from curious critters. So how do you know when you've struck gold? A pile started in the fall should be ready by the following spring, give or take. You'll know it's done when it's dark brown, crumbly, and smells like a rich, earthy forest floor. You shouldn't be able to recognize any of the original ingredients. And how do you use this amazing stuff? Oh, let me count the ways. When you're planting in the spring, mix a generous amount into each planting hole for a powerful start. Spread a 1 to 2 inch layer across your garden beds as a mulch that feeds your plants, holds in moisture, and even keeps weeds down. You can even use it to top dress your lawn. Your garden has never been happier. That's really all there is to it. This isn't some complex equation, it's a simple, forgiving process. You take what your yard and kitchen offer, you pile it up, keep it damp, give it a flip every now and then, and you're rewarded with the best soil booster money can't buy. You're actively reducing waste, saving money, and closing a natural loop right in your own backyard. You're turning the end of one season into the vibrant beginning of the next. So please, this fall, see those leaves and leftovers for what they truly are, a promise. A promise of a healthier, more beautiful garden. The best time to start was last year. The second best time is right now. Happy composting.